Hi, I'm Tim Bartz, Internet Sales Manager here at McArthur Ford in Salina, Kansas, your source for Ford news, update, and information with a video on the 2026 Ford Escape. This is the last video in our video series where we're covering the different trim levels for the 2026 Ford Escape. So order banks are open up right now. You can order from your local dealer, including your plug-in hybrid that continues again for this year. So we're going to talk about how you can get one of these, how to order these, what standard equipment, what are the different packages available, and everything else, and colors and everything for this year, including standalone options. So if you like videos like this, make sure to subscribe with that bell notification turned on so you don't miss any of these videos. And we're going to go through this. You can order with us if you want to. We're doing invoice pricing. We'll talk more about how to make sure you can lock that invoice pricing in with us if you want to at the timestamp that you'll see at the end of the video. Now, Vic, speaking of that, there are going to be timestamps for all different parts of this video. Use this as a resource. You don't have to watch the whole thing. Move around, use that timestamp to get to the information you're looking for in this video. So let's go ahead and jump in here and get right to it here. So we for the 26 model year, plug-in hybrid is still available for this year. And so because of that reason, we can order these right now. Now, Ford does not have build and price on their website. We're going to kind of use it to kind of show you images and such because it hasn't really changed for 26 model year. But you can see Ford Escape, 25 model year, there's 24, but 26 is not there. So you can, we do have build and price on our website. So you can go to lawmacarthur.com. It doesn't change the image of what the vehicle looks like by making some changes to that vehicle, but it does allow you to be able to see what the price is going to change when you add the different packages and standalone options to that. So how you can configure the Ford Escape can be done on our website. So we have a separate model for plug-in hybrid. So we have Escape, and then we have the Escape plug-in is separate. So you check that out on our website if you want to build that out. And feel free to use it even if you're ordering from your local dealer. Feel free to use this. Just don't submit it to us if you don't plan to order from us. But if you're wanting to order, then you can put that YouTube special in there. Anyway, we'll talk more about that later. But let's go in here and cover this with the for the Ford Escape. Now, the plug-in hybrid, we're going to go on over. It should be the last one there. Last year was $37,400, and this year the price on that plug-in hybrid, where is that? It's right there. Is $35,400 for this year. So it's gone down in price for that. So there you go. So destination delivery is $1,500 right now as well. So price went down for this year. So if you're looking to get one of those plug-in hybrids, there you go. And a lot of times there's some, I don't know about 26 model year, but 25, there's some pretty good rebates just on plug-in hybrids, not on the others. And I think plug-in hybrid, I'm a big fan of the plug-in hybrid because I think it's a great way to be able to go in all electric mode and be able to drive and do all your city driving, commuting and everything on all electric. Plug it in, charge that battery up overnight. It shouldn't take too long with the smaller battery, and you can go in all electric. And then, but if you need to jump on the highway, you don't have to worry about chargers and everything else because then it just works like a hybrid vehicle when you're going on the highway and making trips, just being able to just go and get gas, and that kind of thing. So that is kind of the things that I like about that. So let's talk about this for a second and talk about the powertrain options. Now, this will come with a 2.5 Atkins cycle hybrid engine, a 4-cylinder hybrid engine. So it'll come with that as part that'll be standard equipment with the eCVT transmission. So that transmission has been out for a while. Pretty good transmission. These will be front wheel drive only on these. And that's the drivetrain on that. You will also get selectable drive modes. So you'll get like normal, slippery, eco mode, some of those other modes like you'd expect on the other vehicles. So you get that as well. And then you will get a front and rear stabilizer bar with this as well. Electric parking brake, including auto hold. So allow you to just hold that brake if you have a stoplight and just take your foot off the brake if you have that activated. Electronic traction control as well. The variable assist rack and pinion steering. Electric power assist steering. So what's great about that is being electronically controlled instead of gas is that those slow speeds is going to make it easier for you to be able to turn into those tight parking spots. Transmission oil cooler as well. And this will have neutral tow capabilities. So anything with a hybrid or plug-in hybrid can be neutral towed behind that means 4-wheel down towing behind a trailer, right? Or motorhome, something like that. So that's really nice. Now, these will also come with a few other extra benefits from the hybrid, and we'll talk about those, or the plug-in hybrid. We'll talk about those as we go through the the features on the exterior of the vehicle. Now let's get into some safety features for a second. Don't really have images for that. So for safety, we'll have a driver and front passenger dual stage airbag, deploying to a different size airbag, depends on how close you are to the front of the vehicle. You have a driver knee airbag as well. That's going to pull you down from that steering column. And we do have front seat mounted side impact airbags that'll deploy from the side of the seats if there's a side collision from that and the AB pillar, to help protect those occupants and the front seat from that. Safety canopy side curtain airbag as well, with a rollover sensor. So if the vehicle is going to roll over, it's going to deploy those down, coming down, cover over those window openings. So hopefully that breaking glass doesn't come in and hurt other people inside the vehicle. And if they get tossed against that, then it'll help protect it with those protect their heads and such from those airbags over those windows. We do have the advanced track with roll stability control. So roll with curve control as well. So hopefully keep you going on your intended path. Series of brakes around the vehicle to keep you going where you want to. Slick, or maybe going that curve, maybe a little too fast. It'll help keep you going where you need to go. Torque vectoring control, since these are front wheel drive, it'll help keep you going and launching straight and help you with that as well. The pre-collision assist with automatic emergency braking gets you that pedestrian detection, forward collision warning, and dynamic brake support. So if you're coming along, if you're driving along, not paying attention, maybe the vehicle in front of you is stopped, or maybe they're turning real slow, and at your current speed you would hit them, then that's where that front forward collision warning is going to come in effect. It's going to, it's going to light up red. It's going to set a series of tones off that you you'll be able to hear and everything. Preloads those brakes, that dynamic brake support. So when you do brake, then it'll brake the vehicle even faster, and detect pedestrians under a certain speed as well. So if you're maybe in your parking lot and they just kind of dart out in front of you, then it'll help as well and alert you of that. Post-collision braking too. So if you're in an accident and maybe, you just hit it, it'll brake that vehicle so it's less severe, wandering out into other traffic and that kind of thing. It does have the SOS post-crash alert system that honks the horns, flashes the lights if you're in an accident and you're on the side of the road. We do have evasive steering assist. So if you're not able to stop in time, but you know that you could steer around them and there's nobody in that other lane, it's going to make it easier and ease that steering around that vehicle. Intersection assist as well. So if you're coming across that intersection, it's going to brake. So if it sees there's somebody oncoming and you don't notice them, then it's going to help. It's going to brake the vehicle. We do also get lane keeping system that includes lane keeping assist, alert, and the driver alert. So the driver alert is going to alert you if you take your hands off the steering wheel too often and let you know that. The lane keeping assist and alert. So the alert will do is allow you to leave your lane, but it's going to vibrate the steering wheel when you leave your lane. The assist will help try to keep you in your lane. Now, it does need to see those lines. For that reason, this isn't a driver assist feature. It is not autonomous driving by any means. And then road departure warning as well. So that's not just your lane, but also the edge of the road. So it can note that as well. Now, we do have security lock, passive, and theft system. So only the coded key can start the vehicle. And then we do also have the pedestrian alert sounder. So as you're backing up, it's going to alert. So it does that for all your hybrids and all your plug-in hybrids. So people, because it's so quiet, they need to know that you're backing up. They can't, they're walking along. They hear cars running, but electric vehicles, they don't merely make sound. So when you're backing up, it's always good to be able to alert them. So, all right. So now let's look at the exterior of the vehicle here, and starting with the here on the front, got this nice red vehicle here. We want to kind of talk about the grille. So up here is going to be a black grille up here with the Ford logo, and it will have a chrome grille strip at the top as standard equipment on these. It does have your configurable daytime running lights. Those can be configured to be on during the daytime. Also, we do have active grille shutters down here in the lower part of the bumper, which is molded in black down there with the silver skid plate element on the front. We do have the headlights are going to be auto headlamps. So come on, automatic when it gets dark, shut off when it gets light when it's in the auto setting. Courtesy delay as well for your interior lights. We do have LED reflector headlights with the signature lighting, so it'll light up on the top part of that. And we do have wiper activated headlights too. So they'll come on when you have your wipers on. LED fog lights as well. So they'll come on, they'll be right down there. And we also do have auto high beams. So that's if it's really dark outside, it'll automatically turn those high beams on. If someone approaches you, it'll turn them off. Now, this is something you can activate and deactivate in your lighting section. And then, of course, I mentioned the bumpers with those down there. So do not have front sensing yet. It is some of these images, like the front sensing, that is actually not part of the standard equipment for the plug-in hybrid. Again, they need to fix those images. But we do have for the wheels 18-inch machine face magnetic aluminum with the painted pockets. So we're seeing that nice wheel here. The tire is a 225/60 R18 100H all-season tire. Tire pressure monitoring system for all 4 of those tires. 4-wheel disc brakes with ABS as well. And then you'll notice over here we do have a charge port. So you do get also the mobile power cord is also included too for that. So that's a nice feature to have. So you can then plug that in. We do have the Bliss with cross traffic alert. Well, actually, let's talk about the mirrors before we get into Bliss. So we do have the body colored mirror caps on these. And then we do have the power heated glass as well on the mirror too. And then we do have the Bliss, the blind spot information system with cross traffic alert and rear cross traffic braking. So if there's someone in your blind spot, it's going to put a light in the corner of that mirror and let you know it's not safe to go in that lane at the time, monitoring your blind spot. If you're backing up, someone's going to cross your path behind you. It's going to alert you of that as well. If you don't pay attention to that and still backing up, there's somebody there. The rear cross traffic braking will brake the vehicle as well. We do have body colored door handles right here. And we also do have intelligent access with push button start. So just put your hands in the door handle with that key in your pocket, and it's going to unlock the vehicle, allow you to get in and out, and then use the push button start to start the vehicle too. And then you do have keyless entry remotes. You can unlock and lock it as well with the remote start on the remote. We'll talk about another way you can remote start it if you're further away from the vehicle than the proximity of that remote. The rocker molding down here is going to be molded in black along with the your lower body side cladding as well. And then the upper window molding is going to have that chrome bezel around the windows and the belt line. So you're going to have look nice. Privacy glass in these rear windows and back glass as well. And then we do have the side rails are going to be black, just right there. And then we do have the Easy Fuel capless filler door. Of course, you do have the door release as well on all these hybrids and plugins. You'll have a lever inside that'll pop that. So you'll have the fuel door on the left side as well as your electric plug. And the capless filler door. So once you do release that door, no cap to remove, get your hands dirty or leave it behind, anything like that. So that's real nice. All right. On the back, we do have the antenna up here on the top of the roof. We like to call it a shark fin antenna. We do have a body colored rear spoiler back here with a center high mounted stoplight on the top, black accents that come down, rear defrost with rear wiper back here as well. And then we do have a digital rear view camera. So as you're backing up, you're going to be able to see nice and clear reverse sensing as well. So you're going to be alerted as you're backing up. And then molded in black lower bumpers. And then you do see that rear skid plate back here, which I'm not. Yeah, so a silver lower bumper or skid plate element. We have the dual exhaust with the chrome tips as well. And then we do get power liftgate here for this. So you can do that easy pressing a button under there or using your remote. And then we do have a mini spare wheel and tire with a jack inside. And then we do have a rear cargo area light in there as well. So there we go. Now let's move to interior here. All right, for the interior, we do have an illuminated entry system with a courtesy delay for the lamp. We have floor mats in there, carpeted front and rear. Sport contoured seats here, bucket seats for the front seats there for you. It does say partial vinyl with cloth seats for that. And I'm not sure if that's correct. We'll get into that here. Let's talk about the material on that for sure. Where's that? Oh, it's in here. Sometimes I take information from other ones, so I want to make sure this is right. So it is going to be front row heated seats, contour bucket seats, 8-way power driver seat with a 4-way manual passenger seat. Second row is a 60/40 split bench seat with the sliding seats, all right, with an armrest that comes down as well with cup holders. And they are partial vinyl with cloth seating surfaces there for us. So there you go. So I did have that right. And then we do have the 5-passenger seating, as we mentioned. And then we do have the heated seats, as we mentioned already. And then the head restraints, 2-way up and down for these outbound seats, front and back. The middle one is going to be fixed there. We do have a PowerPoint behind the console, and we do have the latch system, lower anchors and tethers for children, so you can fasten those rear and front facing car seats in those outbound seats in the back. For your windows, we do have power windows, one touch up and down feature for both the front and rear doors. So that means just hard press it down or pull up, let go, and it's going to roll them down or up. For the power door locks, we do have power lock and unlock, and we have auto lock and auto unlock as well. And then child safety lock, it means you can lock out those rear seats, those rear doors, so the kids can't open those up when you don't want them to, right? We do have a heated steering wheel, a manual tilt and telescoping as well, so you can go up and down, forward and back, just pulling a lever underneath. It does have adaptive cruise control. So that includes your stop and go, lane centering assist, and predictive speed assist. So if you're coming up behind somebody, it'll slow you down to go their speed without you having to press the brake, even bringing you to complete stop if that's a situation. And if they start going, you just hit your resume and you'll resume up, following them safely behind until you can speed up. Lane centering assist means it'll help keep you in the center of your lane as well. So that way, you know, a little different than the lane keeping system, which is something you can use with or without the cruise. When that adaptive cruise is selected, it's going to use a lane centering to keep you in the center of your lane. Predictive speed assist is two different things that go along with that. One is if you're going to that curve and it can't handle that speed, it'll slow you down so it can keep with that adaptive cruise. Also, the speed sign recognition. So if you're going along and the speed sign changes and you have that tolerance set to, let's say, +5, it'll slow you down so you don't have to worry about those speeding tickets. All right. And then we do have compass on there. We do have an instrument panel with an 8-inch screen there, eco mode. It does have the ice blue lighting and triple computer and everything else like that. Dual zone climate control. So the driver and front passenger have 2 different temperatures here. We do also have the AM/FM stereo with 6 speakers with Sirius XM with a 360L right there. And we do have the Sync 4 system with the 13.2-inch screen. So this is standard equipment. On some of the vehicles, you have to go up to those premium editions to get this screen. On this one, it is standard equipment on these. So that is going to give you 911 assist, the wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. Also gets you the digital owner's manual, the conversational voice commands for that, and you also get connected nav for 1-year trial, all included with this screen here for you. So we do have the overhead console with the sunglass bin. So we have that overhead console with a sunglass bin. Your lights are up here. The visors, you flip those down. There's illuminated vanity mirrors on the back side of those. We also do have, let me make sure. Okay. Don't worry about this. Garage door openers are not standard equipment. So we'll get into where you would get that later in the video. We do have a day-night mirror. So just flip that lever underneath that to flip that from day-night. We do have down in the media hub area, we have 2 USB ports, USB type A and C. We also do have storage down there as well. Rotary dial shifter knob. This is your parking brake and your auto hold down there. That's all going to be included right there. And then we do also have the Ford Pass Connect, which allows you to stay connected to the vehicle using the Ford Pass app. It's a free app you download, and you can remote start the vehicle from anywhere, unlock and lock it from anywhere, schedule remote start times, see the tire pressure on your vehicle, the fuel you have in it as well, your state of charge that you have in there as well, all through that app, and even where your vehicle is located. So pretty cool app, so you can download that. All right. Now, some other things that I want to talk about for this, and that is the colors that are available. So let's talk about that. And we might need to slip up here to the colors. There we go. So color options for this year on the plug-in. We do have the Agate Black that is available. There you go. So we have that. We also have Carbonized Gray Metallic that's also available on the plug-in. We also do have the Rapid Red Tinted Clear Coat. That is $4.95 for that color if you want that color. Space Silver. I think that's this one here. Space Silver, no cost for that color. That is available on the plug-in. And we do have Star White. So that is a tri-coat. So it's $9.95 for that color if you want that color. And we also do have Vapor Blue as well that is available. So Vapor Blue is going to cost you extra this year. Last year it was free. This year it's $4.95 if you want that color. So there you go. So that's available in both the plug-in and the premium plug-in that we're going to talk about. Now let's talk about interior color options though. So we go down here. We do have black ebony like you're seeing here. So it's going to be ebony seats, instrument panel as well. It will be the gray A headliner, though, up here is in the A pillars. That's going to be gray for those. But we also do have space gray available as well. So space gray will make it look like this. So the headliner is still that gray, but it does move the seat cover front of the seats to that gray color, as well as the lower part of the instrument panel and console will also be space gray too. So that's the two different color options on the plug-in. So for you there. So as yeah, we'll get into that. So there you go. So the two different color options for you there. And your extra colors. All right. Now let's talk about something else. So the plug-in hybrids for this year. So I want to talk about emissions for a second. Are not available in 6 states. So plug-in hybrids are available in most states, all your federal states, but there are 6 states that this vehicle is not available to register your vehicle in. And that is California, Massachusetts, New York, Oregon, Vermont, and Washington. So if you're in those 6 states, you cannot register a plug-in hybrid in your state. So just so you're aware, you cannot get Escape for this year. So that is crazy what they're doing there. Now, if you are a dealer in one of those states, and let's say you border a state that they can register them in, and you sell to those states, let's say you're in New York and you sell to a lot of customers in New Jersey, you can order one, but they have to register in those other states, so you can order them. Well, the only exception is Vermont. Vermont, as a dealer, you can't even order one, and you can't sell them to anybody. If you're in those outside states and somebody in Vermont says, I want to buy one, they have to register it outside of Vermont, or they cannot get one. So just so you're aware of that. So that's a change for this year, not available in some of those states. All right, now let's talk about some packages available. So we do have a couple packages available for this year, and one of them is your plug-in hybrid, your plug-in hybrid premium package. So should be about $45.30 this year as well. A lot of the package prices did not change. And so this package is where you're going to get a lot of upgrade stuff, a lot of premium stuff. So I like to say your plug-in is kind of like the active trim in a sense, with a couple other perks, whereas this premium is like going with the platinum edition with a plug-in, right? That's kind of the way I like to look at it. So this is where you're getting the 360-degree camera view. So be able to see completely around the vehicle, 360 camera. Also getting upgraded with the 10-way power driver seat and 6-way heated power passenger seat. So I don't know why it doesn't mention heated on the driver, but you get the power driver seat, 10-way on the driver, forward and back, up and down, tilt, power lumbar, power recline. The 6-way power passenger seat is forward and back, up and down, and power recline. You do get auto dimming rear view mirror. So we talked about flipping the mirror earlier. This is auto dimming. It's automatically going to dim that mirror. B&O audio sound system by Bang & Olufsen, going to give you 10 speakers, including a subwoofer with this. Also gives you the HD radio. It's listed down here. Here's where you get the front parking sensors that we did see in the image earlier. So front sensors up there, so forward and back. You're going to get alerted if you get too close to anything. We do have the headlamps, LED with a light bar. So now this is where that light bar in the middle, instead of goes from a chrome to a light bar on the top of that grille. Heads-up display as well. So that's going to pop up here. It's going to be on the dash, reflect up to the glass, so you'll be able to see that heads-up display. We also do get the instrument panel cluster. That's going to be a 12.3-inch cluster instead of an 8-inch cluster. So it's going to be digital now. So that's going to be a nice upgrade for you. And here's where you get upgraded with the Active X trimmed seats. Still available in either the black or the silver gray, or a space gray, whatever they call it. So it'll have the quilted design and many perforations on those seats. Also gets you the driver memory for the seats and your side view mirrors. Also, we get the perimeter alarm. A perimeter alarm is going to do is when you lock that vehicle up, it's going to set that alarm. So if somebody like breaks a glass, tries to get inside, it sees any movement inside, it's going to set that alarm off, honk the horns, flash the lights. Also, if they try to lower the vehicle up or down, so if they start shaking the vehicle and that kind of stuff, then it'll go off. Reverse brake assist. So as you're backing up, you get that sensors that alerts you, but if you don't pay attention to that and there's somebody there or a bike, it's going to brake the vehicle. The unique interior accents as well for that. So it's going to give you different interior accents to that on the doors and such like that. Also, we get the universal garage door opener. Here's where you get that garage door opener on the visor. So 3 different things you can transmitters you can program to those. And then we do have the wireless charging pad that's going to be down in that console. So this here feature, again, all those come in the one package, the premium package for $4,500. So there you go. The other package you can get is the Class 2 trailer tow package. So it's $495 for that. It gives you a hitch, 4-pin wiring as well, and should give you trailer sway control. It actually doesn't tell us in the order guide or on here what's included, but typically most of the vehicles, when you get a trailer tow package on the Escape, that's what you usually get. 4-pin wiring, the hitch, and you get the trailer sway control for the vehicle. So, all right, that's all of our packages. Now let's talk about some standalone options. And we're going to first talk about the factory options. They can really only get at the factory. You can't get these through Ford Accessories. And there are some things that you definitely, if you want these, you want to make sure you order them that way. Now, first one is the Panoramic Vista roof. So it's a power open and close moonroof with the power sunshade. And see if I get it. There's an image of it right there. So there you go. See what that looks like. It's $15.95 for that option. Now, this one here, we haven't talked about it yet, but you can get crossbars for these. It's not compatible with the crossbars, so you can't order those together. So the crossbars are a dealer installed option, but you cannot order these together on your vehicle build. So if that's something where you want the crossbars, but you want the moonroof and you know, hey, I won't open the moonroof. The reason they can't do these together is if you open the moonroof, it'll hit those crossbars. So if you're one of those, then order the crossbars from Ford Accessories and put them on when you're not using the moonroof, just so you know that they won't work together and it could damage your moonroof. All right. The next one I want to talk about is your engine block heater. Engine block heater down here is $190. And that allows you, in a cold weather state, you have your vehicle cannot be put in the garage or something. You want to keep it warm. Get the engine block heater. It'll help keep that vehicle warm. And then lastly is the front license plate brackets. So if you're in a state that requires a front license plate, it's standard equipment. The dealer will install it when it gets there. If you're in a state like Kansas that it's not required for up there, but you want one for some fun tag or something, then order the front license plate bracket. Still charging nothing for it, and the dealership will install it for you. So now let's talk about some Ford accessories. Now, these are things that you get through Ford Accessories, but if you order it with your vehicle, the Ford is going to put it in your vehicle, and your dealer will install it or just leave them in it when it comes in. And the first one is an easy access sunshade. So this in here is right there. So you can kind of see what that looks like. $135 for that, and it kind of helps from that sun coming in, like you're kind of showing in that image, but also help for protection too, so people can't see different belongings in there without getting up real close for you. Cargo mat, also $100. So that cargo mat is going to be like an all-weather mat back there that goes in the back of the cargo area. So $100 for that as well, and that is also available. And then lastly is your floor liners. So we do have floor liners front and rear with or without the carpeted mat. So 2 different options for that, and that's going to give you those floor liners. So you can kind of see that, help keep it that carpet clean in there. And if you don't like your carpeted mats, then you can just order it without and save yourself $40 if you want to do it that way. So there you go. All right, so those are all of our accessories. Now, what I want to talk about are dealer installed options. The reason I want to break these out separately is these are options that if you do order it on your vehicle, will be shipped to the dealer, and the dealership will install them as long as it's there when your vehicle gets there. And I say that because that is happening a lot with dealers. So first off, the first option is the cargo organizer, soft-sided. So right here, so you can see what that looks like. They only have one in here. It's a soft-sided large. They used to have a small one and a large one. They took out that option, but you can get this through Ford Accessories, and there's no real install here. So I'd say get it through Ford Accessories. Don't take the chance on ordering it with your vehicle. So the console vault. Now, that is something that the dealer would install in your vehicle. It's going to go in your console, and that is something I probably would install because it does take a little bit of an install on this. And if you don't want to deal with it, then you can do it that way. This is available through Ford Accessories, but again, if you don't want to have to deal with the install, then order it with your vehicle. Shouldn't hold up your vehicle. The more of these you have, the more it will affect your vehicle, your order from getting scheduled. But if you just order like 1 or 2, you should be okay. And this is one of them. I would probably say, yes, go ahead and do that. Now, the next couple, I wouldn't. And that is the roadside assistance kit and your first aid kit. You can see you can get these through Ford Accessories, and there's no install here. You're just putting all this stuff in the bag. So just get that through Ford Accessories. I wouldn't order it with your vehicle. So that's a couple things right there that are options. This other one, though, I would probably do, and that is the keyless entry keypad. So they're no longer ordering putting these vehicles on the vehicle from the factory or standard equipment, but you can order it for $455, and you can order it if you want that keypad on your pillar. This is illuminated door entry, and it looks like it's going to be hardwired in to the vehicle. So the dealership will still install it for you, but there you go. But, something to note, does require the premium package for that. So you cannot order that unless you order the premium package. Forgot to mention that too. And then the roof rack crossbars, we talked about that earlier. So if you want that, not available with the Panoramic Vista roof. So if you want that, then don't order these on your build and just get these through Ford Accessories. But you order those, they'll be shipped to the dealer and they'll put them on your roof rack rails. We do have splash guards as well. So this is something that might take a little bit of install. So maybe this is something you might want to get and have the dealer install, because it does include getting screws and screwing those into the wheel wells. So that is something else that might be something where I would say maybe go ahead and order those. And then the wheel locking lug nuts as well. So in a case like this too, the dealership would take one of the lug nuts off of each wheel, replace it with these locking ones using the locking socket that comes with it. So this is also something, maybe if you don't want to have to do that, make sure they're torqued right and everything, might be something you just have your dealer do as well. So there you go. All right. That's all of our equipment there. All of our standard equipment, different packages available, and standalone options in this video. Hope you guys did get something out of this here, and hope that helped you out. If you're wanting to place an order banks are open up right now. You can go to your local dealers. Want to order from us, we are doing invoice pricing. We do have build and price available on our website if you want to do that. If you want to order from us, just put in the notes that you want the YouTube special of invoice pricing, and we'll make sure that gets put in for you at invoice pricing, and that you get that locked in as well. So you can get any prices locked in now. Some of them, some of those, the prices, they can go up on vehicles, but it's something that you can lock those in right now with the current prices at the launch of the model year. And they should start scheduling these real soon. So get your orders in, and hopefully this video does help you out with that as well. So make sure you subscribe, bell notification turn on so you don't miss any other videos that we have. We are going to be doing some of these videos as well on our Explorer and Mustang that just opened up. But also, if you do place an order, you might want to check out our scheduling videos that we do every Tuesday. That goes over on when the different factories are scheduling for production. And if there's any kind of constraints on any options that you may choose, we cover those in our Tuesday videos. So maybe you might want to make sure you're subscribed for that as well, so you don't miss those videos. So without further ado, that's all I have for this video. Thank you for watching. Stay positive. Be kind to one another. Be kind to yourself. We'll see you guys on the next video. Thanks for watching.